welcome to another review video, and today we're going to be looking at the Medichecks blood testing service. So I'm going to go through the whole process about what I went through and then also look at my results at the end and see how fit and healthy I am or am not. So stay tuned to find out. Got more of that coming up. Right guys, so let's start with the big why are we doing this, what's the point, and all of that sort of stuff. So for me, I put myself and my body through a hell of a lot of stress. We're running some big mileage weeks. Back when I did these tests, which was in between Valencia Marathon and Pisa Marathon, you know, my body was, I was really, I was averaging about 150k a week for about sort of 15, 16 weeks build up to that. So that's an incredible training load, and getting some blood tests done, it really is the only way I know that I'm not putting myself in any danger, any extra damage, and I know that all the fuel I'm putting in my body is working, and things are going well. So it's just that sort of, you know, your body, your MOT, someone to really look at everything, get those blood test results and make sure that everything you're doing is good for your health, because you know that's really why a lot of us run, because it's a good healthy thing to do, but it can equally be very unhealthy if we're overtraining, we're putting our body through too much stress. So that's the big why. And now, I've just got a little clip now, so we're going to jump back to last December when I filmed this, out on the streets of London and getting the test done. So join me out in London. So good morning everybody. It's quite early here in London. We're just near Bond Street Station in the centre of London, because today I'm going to get some blood testing done to just sort of check in with my health, see how things are going. We're a week out from, actually I'm going the wrong way, we're a week out from running the Pisa Marathon. Valencia Marathon was last week, so it's about 7 days from Valencia, and just sort of like to do this to sort of check in and see how I'm feeling. So what sort of things are we looking for? Well, just indicators like inflammation, muscle damage, cholesterol as well, which obviously like cardiovascular, risk of cardiovascular, testosterone being a guy, and for me, like the sort of diet that I choose, iron and vitamin B12 obviously really important as well. So they're kind of the key things we've been looking at, but I'll chat in a bit more detail once we've got the results about some things that everybody should be looking at with these sorts of tests as runners. So right now I need to sort of check in, go and get the blood test done, which is just around the corner here, and then I will, we'll see you on the other side once everything's been taken out. Right, see you in a bit guys. Right, all done. Very simple, straightforward. Only took about a minute in there, straight in, straight out. So now they're going to post those off to the laboratory at Medichecks, where they get that all analysed, and then I'll hopefully get an email in about a week's time with all the results on, and then we can have a look at what's good, what's bad, what I need to change, look at for some diet changes and things like that, or we'll see what the results say. So I'll check back in about a week, and now I'm off home, and then get some good food on, because I haven't been able to eat anything today, so no breakfast so far. And going to go out for a little run this afternoon. That was me getting my tests done. Now, depending on where you live, you can either pop into a clinic, as I did there. Living in the centre of London, that was a really easy option for me to do. Or they'll send you a little kit at home, and I'll put a little picture of what that looks like on the screen now, where you can take your own sort of blood tests at home and then mail them back off to the laboratory. So sort of two options, depending, as I say, on where you live and what your sort of budget is. Now, in case you're wondering, the test I opted for here was called the Endurance Fit, which was specifically for what I am, more of an endurance athlete, and a lot of those sort of markers that you should be sort of testing for as an endurance athlete. So for me, the process was super simple. It took me about half an hour to get into London. The test took only a couple of minutes, taking the blood, and then about half an hour back home. So yeah, it was really, really quick, very friendly staff, and yeah, no complaints about anything there at all. The results came through about a week later. There was a slight issue with one of the things they were testing for, but for me it wasn't a big deal. I think it was the zinc profile. So yeah, didn't need, they asked me to go back and get some more tests done, but I didn't really have time, so I just left it there. Right, important thing, it's results time, so let's see what they show. So yeah, after about a week you get an email come in, and you can click through and read a full doctor's report. Now it's really good with this because they don't just give you a whole sort of spreadsheet of just numbers that you're not really sure what that means. They get a qualified doctor there to break it down in common sense, plain English, so you can understand in layman's terms what is going on. So yeah, for me as a sort of a plant-based athlete, I choose not to eat sort of animal products and all of that sort of stuff. So yeah, it's a little bit harder to get everything into your body that you need. Now for me, I choose to live that diet, got nothing at all to do with my running. I'd live that way whether I was a runner or not, but still I need to sort of concentrate and make sure I'm fueling my body the best way I can. So the results that came back, and I was really, really happy with them. The report the doctor put out was really, really complimentary. Just to say this is an excellent result today and shows I'm recovering really well from my training. And yeah, as I say, they break it down. The only thing that I was a little bit concerned with is vitamin D levels, and we did this test in December, which, there's not enough natural vitamin D where we live in the UK. You're not going to get enough naturally from the sun. So it's always recommended for everybody throughout the winter to be topping up with a supplement of vitamin D. And everything else was just fantastic. So just looking through quickly here, kidney function was normal, liver function normal levels of proteins, so not prone to any sort of diabetes. My iron levels were normal. Again, a little bit harder living a plant-based lifestyle to get those iron levels, but that, yeah, sort of really good for me. Along with my vitamin B12 as well, that was normal and good. Cholesterol was excellent, with sort of healthy levels and things there as well. And yeah, sort of probably, again, one of the most important things for me, CRP level was normal, suggesting really low levels of inflammation. Now, as I did this a week after the Valencia Marathon, I was really surprised because I gave that my absolute all. But yeah, sort of a week after, yeah, really good to see that I'm sort of really recovering well from the training. Magnesium levels normal, vitamin B12 normal levels of folate as well. So really, apart from the vitamin D, it was just like the best set of results that I think I could have really asked for. So really encouraging by that. So would I recommend this service? Well, for me, I found it worked really well. It was super convenient, and the results I got back just reinforced what I'm doing is right and how I'm fueling myself, and the training I'm doing is working well for me. But equally, had it shown some things that weren't quite right, then I know what I need to change and how I need to go about things and adapt to look after myself. So yeah, if you're a serious runner or just an occasional runner or not even a runner at all, this service will just really sort of reinforce what you're doing is right or right, and it will just sort of steer you in the right direction. So as I say, it worked really well for me. I found it super convenient and easy. So there we have it, guys. That is my full review of the Medichecks service. For me, it was really good to see that nearly everything I'm doing is going really well, and yeah, really happy with it. So if you like this kind of video, a thumbs up and a like down below would be great. Let me know in the comments, have you ever had this type of service done? And what do you think of it? Do you think it's a complete waste of time and money, or do you think it's a really worthwhile thing to get done? And yeah, just let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you down in the comments and we can have a chat about it there. So thanks so much as always, guys. Really appreciate the support, and I will see you in the next one.